What's up, you guys? Welcome back to another video. In this video, we're going to be talking about reciprocation. So I think that the world runs on reciprocation. People want to feel valued. People want to feel like what they're pouring into other people, they can be able to get back. And if you're the type of person that, you're so used to giving yourself to someone or giving actions or, giving your time to someone, you want that person to reciprocate it back, whether that's in a business, whether that's in a job, whether that's in a personal connection, in a relationship, any type of interactions that you have, you want that type of reciprocation. And it's so crucial to people to have that type of person that's like, look, I understand you want to cater to me, I want to cater to you too. And many people don't understand that maybe you're the person that's always taking in from a person, but you're never the person to really give it back as much as you want a person to give it back. So in this video, we're going to be talking about reciprocation and why it is very important. First things first is that reciprocation builds trust with people, right? If you're in a relationship and you feel like you guys are trying to mutually grow together, you guys are working on your career, you guys are working on your finances, you guys are going to the gym together, you guys can hold each other accountable, that's reciprocation. You guys have that type of accountability for each other to be like, look, we're pouring into each other and we're not draining each other, right? What people need to realize is that you want to be a fountain, not a drain. If you're a fountain, then you're always giving value to people. You're always giving knowledge to people. You're being able to cater to people. If you're a drain, all you're doing is that you're just taking from people and you're leaving people empty. You want to be able to pour back into a person. That way you don't feel like you're always just draining people. That's how reciprocation works. If you're the drainer, then the person that's giving you stuff wants that reciprocation back, or else that person won't be in your life for that much longer. And what people don't understand is that you are in a position where you can be a fountain in any type of aspect. It doesn't always mean that you have to give the top tier advice or the top tier knowledge. It just means being there, showing up and catering or caring for that person, knowing exactly what they need, and not being the person that's always taking in and always talking about what you got going on or the type of problems that you have in your life, but you're able to be like, look, so what's going on in yours, right? What's going on in your world? And then you're able to have that type of trust to be able to build from there and be like, okay, this is exactly why I want to trust this person or why I want a relationship with this person, because we can reciprocate and we have some type of likeness that we can be able to build this relationship. It also just creates a cycle of positive behavior because it starts to add people that have value in your life, right? You start actually having people that care for you, that want to cater to you, that want to give you knowledge and, that want to pour into you, basically. They want to be a fountain in your life. And if you have those type of people around you, those people are going to take you a lot farther than someone that's just draining you, that's just always wasting your time, wasting your energy. If you're trying to be, if you're talking to a girl, then all she does is that she just frustrates you and she doesn't really give you any type of true attention or any validation or any type of respect, then all you're doing is that you're just giving her, or maybe giving him. But yet all he does from you is just abuse it, and he doesn't really reciprocate the things that you want him to do. So how do you navigate knowing exactly when to be able to reciprocate or knowing exactly when to be able to give back? Just be a person that can be a fountain. Be a fountain to people. Like that's really the top message of this video, is be a fountain to people that want to just drain you out, right? You have those people that want to drain, but don't let them fully drain everything you have. Give the value, see how they handle it. And if they don't come back with anything to want to cater back and be a fountain for you, then you have to disconnect yourself. You have to be able to move on from whatever it is that you have in your life, because that person's literally going to drain you of your energy, your time, your finances, everything like that. And it puts you in a place where you're like, man, I just feel like I don't have the right people around me. I always want to feel like I'm enough for this person, but yet they never pour back into me. Like, is there something that's wrong with me? It starts messing with your self-value because you feel like this person should value you as a person and should value your thoughts and your opinions and what you have going on in your life. Instead, you're so focused on what they have going on theirs because they're always talking about what they got going on. So be a fountain in people's lives, but also be careful of who's pouring into you. Now, I feel like in the world, there's so many ways to reciprocate or to be able to cater to someone. And so you got to know exactly how to cater to someone. Someone may be, really big on emotional support. Someone may just need an ear to listen to what you have to say. Someone may be really big on material things. Someone may be really big on just showing up and having support in whatever it is they're doing. You got to know what type of ways to be able to reciprocate to them to know exactly what they need. When it comes to the emotional side, it could be more like, look, I understand that you just need an ear, you have a lot going on in your life, and you need someone to be that emotional support. You need that shoulder to cry on. I want to be able to care and cater to you, give you advice that you need. If it's more so in a materialistic way, it could even be like, you're at a restaurant and a waiter or a waitress is serving you correctly, and you're like, look, I just want to give you a better tip, right? I want to give you this material to be like, look, I appreciate that you took care of us. Or it could be more so on a support level, and it's like, I just want to be there at your game so you know that I care about you. I know that I'll show up and that I'm dependable. There's so many different ways to be able to reciprocate the way that you actually care and cater to someone, and different ways to pour into people. You just have to find what ways really work for that person to take them to that next level, and they have to understand you. It's not always about them, you know what I'm saying? How do you take reciprocation? How do you take the catering and the fountain from other people? How do other people pour into you, and what makes you feel like you're appreciated and how you're valued, right? How do you take that well from other people? And I know that with different people, there's different ways to feel reciprocate or to have reciprocation, but if you understand what you are craving from a person, you guys have that communication, you guys talk about it, then there is almost no reason to not get that type of reciprocation. There's no type of reason that you can't feel valued or that you don't feel, appreciated, because they know exactly how they need to cater to you, and they know how they need to reciprocate how you're already catering to them and how they need to cater to you. At the end of the day, y'all, it really just comes down to balance. How many people are in your life that's pouring into you, and how many people in your life are draining you? As we're moving into the new year, today is literally the new year, so happy new year to y'all. But what people are draining you and what people are also pouring into you? Who is the fountain people in your life? The people that's like, hey, I want to see you do great. Hey, let's work on this together. Hey, let's talk about this business idea. Hey, how's your career going? Hey, how's your mental space going? Hey, let's go to church together. These people are pouring into you. You have the other people that's draining you. Hey, I really need your help with this. Hey, can you give me some money for this? I just really need to talk to someone, but they never ask about you, right? I really feel like I want you to show up and support me, but I never have time, and I always have an excuse whenever it comes to you. Find the people that's going to be able to be your fountain and not have the people that's draining you. You need more people that's going to pour into you, into your life, that want to support you, see where you want to get to, than the people that's going to drain you on a consistent basis. And what people realize when it's too late is that they have a lot more drainers in their life. They have a lot more people that's like taking away from them, taking away their time, and it's taking away their money, and it's taking away their resources, and it's taking away from who they are, right? You need people to pour into you. You need fountain people in your life. And at the end of the day, look at your circle. It could be your family, it could be your friendships, it could even be your relationship. And if it's not where you want it to be, talk about it. If you really think about pursuing it, talk about how you feel and how you want that reciprocation to be before you just ghost. But if you don't get reciprocation after that, then that's where you have to be like, okay, look, this person is a drainer. This person is someone that's taking away from who I want to be and who I want to be around. And you got to move from there. So I think that reciprocation is very important. Very, very, very important. And people value reciprocation, and people start to have that as one of the roots of their friendships and their relationships, but they don't understand, or they don't realize that. You find someone that's in a relationship, and you're like, how do we work out so well? It's because we reciprocate the love that we have for each other. You respect my time, I respect yours, right? You respect the belongings or the materials that I have, I respect yours. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're not trying to drain each other, we're trying to pour into each other so we can build something. And it doesn't always have to be on a relationship scale, but on a friendship or any type of interaction that you have, if you have that mutual understanding that we're gonna reciprocate and pour into each other, it makes the relationship or the interaction flourish a lot quicker than it does if you didn't. Y'all let me know. Do y'all feel like y'all have more flourishing, growing fountain relationships, or do you feel like you have more draining people in your life? And if so, if you have the flourishing, fountain people, then what are some of the reciprocations that you guys have understood, and what helps y'all actually be able to grow with each other? And if you have drainers, then, What is it that you realize now that you need to, that you need to switch out, and the people that you need to drop? What are some things that you realize now that you have both of those groups? You rather have the drainers or that you have the fountain people? What is it that you're gonna realize and what you're gonna do moving forward? Drop it in the comment, I'm curious. But that being said, y'all, go ahead and like the video, subscribe to the channel, and share this video with someone that needs to understand their friend groups and being able to reciprocate with someone else. Because like I said, a lot of people, they don't understand the power of reciprocation in friendships and interactions until they actually hear a sit down and be like, dang, I do need to like start being a fountain into other people and start pouring into other people the way I want them to pour into me. You know what I'm saying? So that being said, y'all, it's really all I got. That's gonna wrap up the video. And until then, I will catch y'all in the next one. Gone.